Ha ha. Okay. So I'd be something like this. You know, I'm at it in there, right? I'll be like.
Beanhead, y'all alright? Like Tricky said, I go by Wall Street West. I'm a poet out of Cleveland, Ohio. Bring me up a little bit on the mic. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me clear in the back? Wanna make sure. Like I was saying, I'm Wall Street West. I'm a poet from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm grateful to be here with y'all. And, you know, we're going to rock out just a little bit, man. I want to encourage y'all to, you know, really take on the essence of this song that's being played and, you know, let it know that no matter what we've been through in life, man, it's not too late to rewrite your story, man. No matter how many times we've been down in life, you know, we can pick ourselves back up. Y'all agree? I agree as well. This morning I finally cried, reflecting on all the times that I had to start over. But thank God, Jehovah, my heart's older than my heart rovers through hard times. Though part sober, no man can say that I aren't soldier in hard times. I mark boulders in hard times, like Wall Street West was here in the name of the Lord on the floor, then on the shoulders of hard times. All the while trying not to let my body language speak or show that it's hard times. But you could thank my damn parents that I'm transparent, so this isn't a show. It's hard times. But because I stand tall at all times, OGs give me so many stripes. Oh, geez. Got my attire looking like a tiger in hard times. And I won't front like I don't tire in hard times. Air pressure low on my tires in hard times. Which makes it hard for me to come places where being complacent is all fine. And you may wonder, why am I so hard on myself? Always giving me such a hard time. Because I realized that the pressure is all mine when that depression was all mine. But thank God no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Disarm you hard times, now that weapon is all mine. But what if that weapon was our minds? Demise. Them eyes tells me everything that you are willing to disguise. Surprise. So now I'm to a point where I no longer care how you're depicting me, as long as you can picture me rolling through hard times. And that's facts. So now when I go to the Lord, I no longer ask for a lighter burden. I pray for a stronger back.
It's not too late.
Y'all like that vibe? Y'all feeling that vibe this year? Yeah. So we're going to have a good time in the name of poetry, man. We want everybody to feel comfortable to come up here and, you know, it's beyond just you trying to move the crowd. You know, it's a place and a safe place for you to be honest with yourself. But opportunity to be vulnerable with your community. And that's what we're doing here tonight, man, in the name of poetry, man. So we encourage any and everybody to come up and share the mic. And we're going to build and we have a good time on a Saturday night in a good, healthy form of fashion, right? So I'm going to let the beat build and I'll come back. Thank y'all.
It's not too late.
There's your singing. There's your singing you wanted. So you got it? What do you think? Uh-oh. Whatever you want to do. Come on. How do you want to do it? It's a takeover. How do you want to do it? Something like that? You think? You all right with that? All right. Let me, you like it? Oh, man. Now it's time for me to come up with something. KT, I see you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like Russell Simmons. Come on up. God bless. Thanks for coming out. There you go. All right. All right, so I need a sidekick. Usually my sidekick is to lead. So I don't have to lead tonight. So there's like dead space that I really don't like, you know? Oh, so maybe you could host in between and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. See? Yeah, you're my sidekick tonight.
You want me dancing?
Yes.
How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, we feeling good?
See,
I've never been out here. What y'all think about that big old Amazon complex across the street? Who gets their shit from Amazon? Just hop on over, right? Anyways, for anybody who missed it earlier, I'm here from the University of Akron. We have a group, we're called the Sages at Akron. We are the Society of Akron Graduate English Scholars. We are in various disciplines in the English field, studying at Akron, getting our graduate degrees in various fields. And we put on a conference every spring where we invite people to bring scholarly and creative works to present in front of a group of peers and colleagues. And so we are just here to kind of bring the community together, bring our community together with your community. We're really happy to be here tonight, and I hope that everybody's having a good time. Yeah? Should I read something in between? Are you gonna start playing now? No, you start playing. We need a beat. I can't. A poem needs a beat, right? So everyone have a good Thanksgiving? I made dinner. I made the whole dinner for my whole family, 16 people, family and friends, and I killed it. I'm gonna say I killed it. Thank you very much. I took Thanksgiving over from my mom a couple years ago because she really doesn't like Thanksgiving, and she likes to do all these alternative Thanksgiving. And one year we had mashed parsnips, and I said, okay, I'll do Thanksgiving dinner next year, Mom. That's not your job anymore, because I was not about the parsnips. This is my first time vamping, in case you couldn't tell. It's okay. I hope you don't hate the sound of my voice. You might in a couple hours. Just wait. My poem will lead the music to the stage. Okay. All right, here it goes. Here it goes. This poem is called Wilting. When I walk with the man I once thought I would marry, he plucks me wildflowers and weeds, baby's breath and field daisies whose petals I might once have pulled to tell he loves me not. This is not the first time a man has believed his penance will be paid with the death of something beautiful. I watch him crack the necks of each blossom. I know he is curating me a chore, Pulped leaves, bleeding stems, his hands, the yellowed green of crushed chlorophyll, each bloom a weight clinging to a stalk. Every moment I carry them is forgiveness. Death is under his fingernails. I used to lick it from his lips like salt and bitter taproot. I remember that our love is not so delicate as a flower to be picked. What once was loud between us is now a whispering and understanding. I will leave his apologies again to wilt on the dash of my car, having carried them long enough already. Thank you. Inspire you?
I don't know.
Hey, I can't improvise. Mine's printed out. But I did change it up a little bit based on this very inspiring stage setup. Thank you guys for what you're doing and for incorporating us into what you do, because this is fantastic. Yeah. So I'm Rebecca Ainsworth, and I'm from Cleveland. And I just turned in my thesis. So I'm going to read a couple things from that. I write mostly nonfiction, but I'm going to start with a sort of poem. And I realize you can't see the paper or the words, so I want to tell you that I'm talking about a baby cow when I say calf. Not this. Okay. I have been experiencing a deep hunger for farm, to rub the scruffy, coarse hair on top of the calf's head and feel it push back against my hand, leaning into my physical expression of thank you. Not for his meat, his sweatered flesh inflated with life breath to propel him across the field chasing butterflies like no calf ever existed before him, pushing into the air thick with manure and honeysuckle that is not shit on the ground. That shit is the starting block to run to mama. And for a moment, I feel your life. I am you, calf, gone old. Longing to be embraced in a swing. Your partner I'll swing fundamental force, the dun-dun-dun of the drum, and the mando cascades to the sky. Put your arms lower. And my head goes back, my shoulders out and out and out. My mouth is open, catching honey. Dear God, don't let the band miss a beat, lest I fall to the gym floor, because we are the music. And then thank you. I'd like to read one more little thing, if that's okay.
I didn't know you were done and they started clapping. I was like, wait, did she let you done?
You don't have to, yeah. This next, this is a little flash essay called Separate Beds. It was a delicate process, learning to accept this separate sleeping. It began because we did not sleep well together, You snored. I fidgeted for a few minutes. We either kept each other awake or we woke each other up. After a few nights, I thought maybe there was more behind the separate beds than just the fitful sleeping motions. But it's so tired when you have a baby. Just everything is so very tired for so very long. It didn't seem fair to myself to push the issue. I could write about how exhausting it feels to work out the strangeness of having one's husband sleeping in the spare room for so many nights because he doesn't sleep well next to me, folding blankets in the extra room upstairs with a couch and some toys connected to mine via an interior door like I have been for a year. I did this for months, trying to convince myself that this is okay, your being in the spare room, because you told me it should be, only to learn that now, without ever coming back into my room to let me know, as if it would be proper to tell me so, that you are no longer sleeping in another bed in order to get good rest, but because you do not want to sleep next to me. It has a maddening effect on my mind. It took me a lot of sorting to accept that your sleeping in the other room was okay. And now it is not okay, except it is. It's just like it was when we were together, only now we are not. The reason has changed, but the circumstances I was supposed to accept as okay before are just the same today when I'm told that nothing is okay. Did the lights just dim for a second? I could write about the strange desire to become a not something, if that is what you desire. Or do you desire to be a cornflower? Do you sleep soundly in there all alone? Because you didn't seem okay when you went to bed night after night after. Now, you are still in the spare bedroom. You still snore, and I still fidget. Neither of us sleeps well. Everything is the same, except for the status of our legal togetherness. In the dim of this evening, I feel two truths finally line up on a matching machine. You aren't in my bed, and things aren't right. Thank you.
Hello. My name is B. Dickin. I'm a poet working out of Akron, Ohio here. I'm a bisexual poet. And that's relevant to this poem because I've started a series of coming up with new terms for the LGBTQ community. And so my poem comes with a definition. And the name of the poem is Lumber Snack. Sure. So lumber snack is a noun, somebody whose job it is to look good in plaid, regardless of gender expression, and utility varies. So I'm just going to go on ahead and get started here. You say I fit in plaid like a thunderbolt slips through charged particles. Electricity, a property of your fingers, which point directly at the punchline, and you laugh at hues of red and black that don't even know how to change a tire. Laugh it up, laugh out loud, I don't even mind, just help me. I'm queer and I don't know cars, I'm not a lumberjack, I'm just and you laugh, and you laugh, and you say good morning in plaid that oozes like saliva from a hungry tongue. The mouth is an entry point for coffee that stains wrist sleeves and breath. in shades of brown and gold, I tell you, welcome. This is my body. Welcome. I hope you don't mind the unraked leaves and the smell of burning oak. I smell like smoke because I've been through fire. Welcome. I was drowning. My lungs full to bursting before I met you. Not dead, not still. Until then, I am glad you fit in my flannel like timelessness in November. In palettes of blue dusk and black, we say goodnight. I tell you this joke about lumberjacks and lumber snacks and changing tires in a flannel, and you laugh and laugh, and you... Thank you.
Hi. My name is Marla LeNeo. This is my first poetry book. I'm on Facebook if you want to find me. I also have a self-titled website. I'm a city on the Cuyahoga River, and I picked one poem to read for you guys tonight. I'm a little nervous, so I hope I do it right. Okay. Sky blue bows in a brown girl's hair. She's doing schoolwork sitting in a chair. A painting on the wall like an old scene, from dirt roads surrounded by green. It sends me back to the corner in my pocket, a time out to think ignites a mental rocket. When faced with only two walls connecting, it is a heart of innocence fearlessly resurrecting. Near my shoulder comes a big shiny bubble, holding a 3-pound goldfish inside named Hubble. Turning around to see many more fish in sizes, big and small, not popping simply mesmerizes. Poking my finger into floating spheres of soap inspires play in my soul overflowing with hope. There begins music from my heart like love notes as the fish find themselves climbing down ropes, magically appearing to slip away from their homes, still floating bubbles above the musical tones. Fish stand with me in the midst of mahogany chairs. Their tails and my legs walk away all of our cares. Around in a circle until the music comes to a stop. Hurry, sit down. Those standing return to bubbles, no pops. Seats keep subtracting as the old chair was rocking, in the corner becoming tired and worn and shocking. Taking on water from the leak in the roof to the ceiling, the clear finish becoming dull, yet ever so revealing. Paint peeling away from the pictures in our minds until the cause of colors in a gentle place we find. That's in the Midst of Mahogany. Thank you.
Break it off for me too. Let me hit it one time. Most definitely. Right. You know, my poetry just come from a personal place, man. It's like something I wrote in a very private place of my life. I never wrote it with an intention to share it. You know, people just over the years just convinced me to, you know, to share these things. So, you know, I like to give it just a small little background about myself so that, you know, we could connect a little bit more, so it could be an experience. So I'm not just trying to entertain you. I want to connect with you. I want to, you know, become enlightened with you as well. I consider myself a prison poet when I was 20 years old. You know, I was sentenced to 10 years in prison. I was young and I was misled, you know, so I admit to that, right? But within that time, you know, the Most High, he saved me. He picked me up, he dusted me off, and, you know, made me a man. I'm grateful for that. So I share the poetry that I wrote in those moments, you know, on the journey of me becoming a man and me becoming a man that stands before you, you know. And I spent all my energy getting through it, you know, so to be standing on the outside of it, man, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to share my story. You know, you may wonder, like, why would he share that? You know, because I believe it was something to save my life, you know, on so many different levels. So it's just like, I'm grateful for my journey, and I know that, you know, that does define me. You know, who I am right now is who I believe that I am supposed to be, and those experiences only made me much stronger, right? So, okay, I appreciate the clap. I ain't been clapped for in a couple of days. That felt refreshing. So the name of this poem that I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, this evening is a poem that I wrote called When Art is War. And it goes as such. This poem is personal. Something that I've never let any person know. See, my imperfect soul is in a bind like cursive, and I'm barely holding on. Like women who refuse to let their purses go to those who run by and steal purses. Though I am alive, my insides appeal hearses. Doing time comes with a cost, and my mind appears purchased. My mind is still perched in '09, where Shay Shay disappeared and it pierced. I'm still hurting. I feel worthless, that I sit still searching for her to return to no avail. Maybe because I am low as hell on the totem pole and treat my family as if they owe alone because I am so alone. They treat me as if I am below a stone that reads, rest in peace. Imagine that. Rest in peace. Instead, with each year, my stress increased from being stretched, increased. It's been years since I've seen my mother, and she refused to come see me. Behind that, I haven't slept in weeks. I feel stabbed in the back to the point where I wake up in the middle of the night like I could feel the middle of the knife. And they be like, Wes strong, he fine. Not knowing that in the course of my incarceration, I've almost been murdered 3 times, so how can I be fine? When it's time is beating my behind to the point where I no longer read but define the art of war. Because when the mind and heart's at war, it's the heart of war. And don't think that you aren't at war, because you're not pouring your soul out into a poem. You're probably just like me. And I could really use some help, like a heavyweight champ who's bound to lose his belt over politics. And that's why I felt Jeezy and Jay when they said, I done seen it all. Because I done seen a lot of shit. But you probably couldn't tell because I covered up with all this designer shit. And if I live in a world that teaches what a man think of, so is he, then why can't I feel like I'm the shit? But I remain humble if someone else tells me that I'm the shit, but on some honest shit, it's like my peers refuse to see me with power. Like on some Amish shit. Tattoo my name on the forearm just to show the world that I'm the shit. But I ain't gonna lie. It got hard putting up with honest shit. And I just knew I degraded my soul in that moment while I threw out all the honest shit. So just like fruit will ferment, love will turn to hate, and I hate memories that are bittersweet. And I haven't been asleep thinking about the women who's taken me for granted. And granted, somehow I am the reason why their heart is hard as granite. But I can't feel bad for them because look what all God has granted when I stop taking God for granted. Poem. Thank you. Like that, big dog? I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I read it.
A new one.
Right. No, I'm grateful, man. I could do one more and I could slide after that.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Like I said, I'm grateful for y'all, man. I look at this like a sense of therapy. You know, I see a therapist like 3 times a week, but then I look at poetry like a sense of therapy too. So it's like, I ain't trying to entertain y'all. I'm just like looking like just to hopefully somebody feel the same way I feel so I ain't out here feeling lost, you know? The next poem that I want to do is a poem that I feel obligated to do. I feel anywhere I go, man, it's a poem that I wrote for all my mentors. You know, I was fathered and I was raised by lifers, men who would never see the light of day again. And they taught me everything they knew because they seen I would listen in hopes that I would take that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding out to the world and be a better person and put good energy out to this world and take all those jewels, man, and do God's will. So this poem is dedicated to all my mentors and all the people who built me up so that I may stand before you whole, so that I may stand before you in the name of the Most High, and so that I may be standing still, period, as far as being alive. So this poem is called Poem or Prayer, and it's dedicated to all the men who raised me. You can consider this a poem or a prayer, but whichever one you consider it, just know it comes from a place just to let you know that I care because, oh, do I care. Because God, he gave us Rodney Davis. And I'd be heinous not to mention Raheem because he believes that one day I'd be famous. So I'm retaining these moments so I can look Shimmy in the eyes and say, we made it. In the midst of opposition, and my position is physician. And my mission is whatever God orders. My eyes water in the midst of missing Rob Porter. Lulu's been gone for some change now, like 5 quarters. And I'm about to change the game now, so I'm putting in overtime like 5 quarters. And I sort of sleep better now that Mr. C know that his friendship, I adore it. And my mother sleep a little better now, knowing that the Spirit of God in me never lies dormant. But tinted glasses on my eyes hide torment. But I find peace, y'all, knowing that you and I fly in my orbit, so you can consider this a poem or a prayer or a letter. For any man that behind your incarceration, there's a letter and there's a ledger full of things that keep you behind those walls, but at the same time make you a legend. How ironic. But I do well and smile when I see people like Melvin Miles. Stand tall and stand strong, though you walk through hell for miles. And I pray that T. Roy will see joy on the faces of his family when his time is through. And when you beat that case, you'll be able to say that you are 9-2. Cleveland Bible, I know you're tired, I am too. But I did what I did, and you are only here just to prove that God's love is defined as true. Walking through the valley of death is what men of God are designed to do, and this is our valley. So you can consider this a poem or a prayer for Ms. Cotton for coming in the name of the begotten Son and treating us all like brothers, like we are her mother's forgotten sons. I'm sure you are a treasure in God's eyes, and yes, I cry just to be treated like a human. Ms. Cotton is a breath of fresh air with times of getting kind of humid. This is also a poem or a prayer for any woman that feels she's only prone to a player. Know that there's good men out here, but we can't get to you because your heart is closed from a player. So please, consider this a poem or a prayer for anyone that's thinking that life is short. See, I can understand that from an infant who never made it off life support, or a baby who never made it out the womb because his mother was thinking, I might abort. So she takes that life with force. Life ain't short. What you know that's longer than this? And when I be wrong to admit that I don't want you to tattoo my name on your arm or your wrist when I no longer exist, I want you to close your palm to a fist and sing songs or psalms whenever my name is upon your tongue or your lips. And mention that I cared, even with my one lung left. And know that I love you with one love, West Palm. Thank you. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Wall Street West GMTD. Wall Street West, that's W-E-S. No T in my name, just W-E-S. Thank you.
Hey, we're going to give Dom's trying to blend a drink. And the blender's loud, so they don't want to interrupt the poet. So let's give her a second to blend somebody's drink who's waiting. Welcome back, Darren. You've been gone for a while.
Oh, yeah. Put him outside. Yes, I am. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. It's working. I'm good. I'm good. What you? Y'all ain't ready for that. Yeah. Check it out. Y'all know I'm shy, right? She done yet? Let me know when she ready. I ain't in a rush. How y'all feeling tonight? Y'all feeling good? Don't look like I'm about to sing something, huh? Yeah. Oh. If I could sing, I'll be a bad mamma jamma if I could sing. Whoa. You don't stop, boy.
Waiting on you, Dom. Is that where I want to be at? That ain't where I want to be at. Is it in there? Is it in there? Let me see. Come on with me. Go. Go ahead. We'll play around for a minute. Come on, babe. Babe shaking his head. Where Bob at? Is she done?
I'm about to go 1980
done?
Oh, she's good. Look.
I didn't even hear. Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anisi D, N-E-E-S-I-E-D-E-E. I am actually one of Cleveland's first rappers in Cleveland. I'm not gonna rap for y'all tonight, though. I don't think so. You can fade that out a little bit, man. Yeah. So I'm here. Thanks for I got invited by KT. Thank you for inviting me, Kevin. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm from Cleveland. Born and raised, and I'm gonna do a poem. Actually, it's off, remember CDs? Y'all remember CDs was out? Yeah. I just have a gospel CD called God's Body, and I had a song called Look No More. Not a song, but it's a poem, but it's off a little beat. But I'm gonna do this a cappella. I like this little beat going on here, but we gonna fade that on out. So it's called Look No More, right? All right, y'all know I'm kind of shy though. I'm shy, so y'all gotta bear with me. All right, I'm nervous. All right. It's called Look No More. Let's go. Oh, okay. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Never satisfied. I was searching for love through too many faces. No peace, no rest inside. Get this. I was looking for love and affection through a connection of men. Instead of protection, all I got was deception and lost many friends. I'm going to mention, I don't miss the attention they gave me. Emotional lynching was extension of fist clenching from the rage, see, to my EYE, shots to the BODY. It's this happened to me and my soul NAIVE, naive. Low self-esteem, I was sensitive when my feelings on my sleeve. Hoping they would cleave and never need to leave. I was transparent, so they saw right through me. Choose to use me, they could read me before they even knew me. So when they stepped to me to do me, they knew how to fool me. And I thought I had it all together, but they still managed to school me. All I wanted was someone to love me unconditionally. Believe me, it was hard to achieve me, but in time they got me horizontally. Was I trying to find a husband that wanted to be a wife that bad, or was I trying to find a man to replace the dad I never had? That's sad. So I stopped searching. I stopped looking for that diamond ring. Scriptures say he finds a wife finds a good thing. Scriptures say he finds a wife finds a good thing. Bring on the pain. Now, the pain was erased through my prayers and supplication. Fell in love with Jesus first, began to trust him without no hesitation. Seek him, touch some thirst, believe me. God will never send me a half a man. Ain't no way he can ever see me or believe me, let alone keep me. So I waited. I waited till it was his time, because his time is not our time, and looking for love was just a waste of time. Always thought that a good man was hard to find, but God will show you signs. True love is not hard to find. So thank you, Lord, for being a friend of me and giving me the wisdom to erase any stupidity so no one can misguide me again. See, all that looking and searching and hoping for love was right inside me. You opened that door, and I thank you. I have to look no more. That's it. Yeah. So thank y'all for listening, and thank y'all for throwing me off in the back when it was about like 8 people walking and talking and stuff. That was kind of hard to do when you're trying to remember a poem that you wrote and never said for a whole nother year. Yeah, that's really hard to do. So I think y'all need to come up here and probably try to do that. But anyway, I just want everybody, hold on. Everybody, y'all ready to praise him with me right now? Praise him. Praise him. Everybody, come on, praise him. Praise him. In the back, come on, praise him. Praise him. And if you're saved and you know it, throw your hands up and show it now. Praise him. Praise him. Everybody, come on, praise him. Praise him. Everybody, come on, praise him. Praise him. So even you know it, throw your hands up and show it. Praise him. That's it. I'm done. I'm done, because I'm not about to. Yeah, I ain't about to be playing with this crowd.
I knew you were coming. I knew it. That's right.
I wasn't missing this. Okay.
Go ahead.
Can somebody
Can
go
you
with
twist
this?
it? Twist that forward, John. Oh. You're in front of it. Okay. If you just point the mic the other way, you still would have been in front.
That's probably good. Is that good? Is that good? Okay.
It's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep. You toss and turn and count some sheep. With thoughts that rush throughout your head, you twist and thrash within your bed. You can't shut up that little voice that screams at you. You have a choice to do what you know you should do. The voice says, it's all up to you. You need not stay right where you are. You can move on. You can go far. You can achieve your goals and dreams. You think you can, or so it seems, until that second voice speaks out, the one that fills you with self-doubt. It tells you you're not good enough, or that the road will be too tough. It makes you think that you're too old, and who are you to be so bold? It chides you with a verbal smirk. Get real. That'll never work. It tells you that you'll surely fail. To try would be to no avail. It tells you that it's much too late. And then it starts to demonstrate your past mistakes, both large and small, and all the times you took a fall. What makes you think you've got the stuff? Is life so bad? You've got enough. That second voice fills you with fear. It's safer just to stay right here. And as sleep comes, you hush the voice that tried to scream. You have a choice. And so it goes night after night. The little voices nag and fight. The headache pounds, the stomach churns, the acid indigestion burns, the muscles ache, your neck gets tight, until at last there comes the night. It's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep. You toss and turn and count some sheep. The voices start within your head, but you listen to the first instead of giving in to that second voice. You sleep in peace, having made the choice to change your life, to have no fear. You always have the choice right here. I was thinking about where we're sitting right now in the year, embarking on a brand new year. All of us have brand new choices. What are you going to choose? What do you really want? You can have it. My name is Leanne Cannon. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My company is Cannon Coaching and Connecting. I'm a business coach and a life coach, and I help people identify what they want and then help them to realize it. I think that's all for now.
All right, who we got? Mary. That's right.
Hey, this is on a dare, though. You know what I'm saying? On the up and up, this is on a dare.
Bring the mic up. Bring the mic up.
It's coming up. It's coming up. This is on a dare, like I said. You know, everybody know I'm a novice, you know what I'm saying? But I've listened to a couple things, and I think I'll be back after this week because practice makes it better and better. But I got a little something just to say for the day.
Slide it up.
Slide this up?
Yeah, the mic. Adjust it so you ain't got to bend over.
Got you, boss. Oh, you said slide this up.
Yeah, twist that a little bit right there.
Don't worry about it. I got it from here. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. We're going to make it do what it do.
Twist the front.
My man, let me take the glasses off. Like I said, I was invited tonight, and I told him, man, I might say a couple words. And y'all know Kevin Chase, he didn't believe it. Here's what I just put some couple words together for today. Hey, y'all, my name is H.M. Came to the mic to do a little poetry, and I asked myself, was this really me? I said, fuck it. I'm going for what? I'm going for what I know. Wait a minute, y'all. Y'all messed me up, man. All right. I asked myself, was this really me? So I said, fuck it. I'm going for what I know. When this shit, if this shit is hard, I'm going to put on a show. Life can be bitter, life can be sweet, but it's all about the persons and the people that you meet. Life is all about what you make it, especially if you're not the one to fake it. So the moral to the story is do you, be you, and stay true. Peace and blessings. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Benjamin. I'm with the Neo MFA. Thanks for hosting this thing. I have so much respect for everybody that memorized your stuff. I didn't, so this is on a piece of paper. This is a form of poem called the duplex, which is made up by Jericho Brown. You don't need to know that, but if you want to check it out. It's called, And If You Get to Heaven. Blood curses crimson, escaping the body, but underneath the surface it screams blue. Underneath the blue I'm screaming, a knot like black spaghetti, noodles spilled on carpet. Black spaghetti tangles, cords over carpet, getting tighter as the tempo increases. My throat gets tighter as the tempo increases. I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting on the floor with a heart that beats, and one day I won't be. One day I'll be cold to the touch. One day I'll be someone's reason for crying, and what then? Do I lie there and take it? Do I lie there with my eyes closed while I hold their hand and escape my body? Thank you.
Hello. I'm Mary. I am also with the Neo MFA. And I tend to write things that make me comfortable but make other people uncomfortable. So I'm looking forward to sharing some of this work. Making you uncomfortable, yes. So one of the poems that I wrote about a year ago was after I got through a really, really shitty breakup, and I was a new mom. And I was learning about loving myself and finding peace within being alone. And one of the things that was really important to me within that was being alone in my body. And so, also I'm a little bit witchy, just so you guys know. So I'm a little witchy. I like the dark. I like the gruesome. I like the magic. So that shows up a little bit in this one. So this poem is called Full Moon Spell Using Bed Sheets and Musk. I call upon you, body, temple, spicy incense, arm hairs prickle, nipples harden, breaking the curse, ride the hardness from you, body, crystallized pain, hot tears flood, unstopped, crunch leaves under you, body, dew damp leggings, spread legs on the fire escape, popcorn and piss. You, body, are mine, tidal wave, ache, cuffed ecstasy, scream with power, gasp, you, body, are in charge, allowed to be, broken, body, you don't owe, pleasure, you are mine, wring out the rag, your chambers, body, are hot wax and new yarn, licked fingertips, turn page, nothing serious, just lips, hands, manifest tiptoes. You, body, are free to decide. Howl beneath the moon, naked, raindrops, you, body, cold and awake. Fuck restraint. You are moonbeams under my feet on damp grass at 1:11 a.m. You are smoke in my lungs below coffee in my throat. You, body, are flannel pillowcase and flicker. You are droplets on glass, wailing kettle. You taste of chocolate puddles inside my cheek. You, body, are cotton candy melting on my tongue. You, body, are breath.
Hey guys, thanks for having our program here. It's always exciting to have the chance to read and to experience. This is killer.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I'm having a great time. Yeah. I'm an abstract painter who writes poems, so if this poem seems to not make any sense, it probably doesn't. All right? Just roll with me, and I think we're good. I write poems that are a series of poemettes that kind of fit together and kind of don't. And so I'm just going to read the title again when we're on to a new poem. Cool? This is called Desert Still Life Without Light. Pouring out milk in the sand, a timeless tradition. The pouring of unnatural water on the dry bone, mud, dust. Orange flooding light, the peaking horizon, it's pink. The moon is full of lovers. It is in cycle. And I know a book you would love. Desert still life without light. Lamp black is not a paint that absorbs most visible light. Suffocate me. The night new moon in the water of dry, dark air where one can imagine anything. For instance, I could easily imagine you were here and the comfort of disappearing in your arms to an even darker place. Desert still life without light. No longer in sight, without vision, without its pull, you vomit. It's the same color as no color, not even the cactus. Color and pins all missing. Desert still life without light. Dark without sand, without knowing, you glutton, stuffing shadows into the mouth to name them, grains, dry things, some wriggling, no, flailing, desperate, moving, its legs crunched, blood, water, motor oil, anything when the chips are down, but still no light. Desert still life without light. If I were a dream, this is what I'd be. If this were a dream, this is what I'd see. If I were a dream, I'd dream. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and I'm going to read just a quick poem for you today. This is called Masks. Earth belches her billionaires into the atmosphere while I choose a mask for the day and wonder whether I should switch to a vegetarian diet for the environment. Last year, I was briefly jealous of all those people who were filming TV shows or on meditative retreats or starting a cult in the desert and discovered that re-entry was harder than they thought it would be. I think that if I had been better at math, long division and multiplication, the trajectory of wealth in space and time, I would be an astronaut right now, warming my hands over the flames. Thank you.
Who else we got? Come on.
Told you you're gonna get tired of me. I've got another poem here. A couple people in this room have heard it before. I hope they're not bored with it because it's my favorite poem. This is a poem that's for anybody who's ever been ghosted before. especially if you've ever been ghosted by the same person more than once. Yes, it happens. This poem is called Requiem. This is a requiem for the first fly I dismembered, pulling limb from thorax, and how easy it was to separate round body from spindle leg. It is difficult to catch a fly. It requires patience, requires a steady hand. Life is not so fragile as you think. Gossamer wing disconnected at the joint, refractive shimmer glittering in the fluorescent light. I wonder how many pieces I can remove before it expires. I imagine that I can hear it screaming. Without legs and wings, it is not a fly. It is a shining metallic green gold shell that decorates my shelf. Without legs or wings, the fly is both alive and dead. If I loved anything, I would have slid my thumbnail between thorax and head, severing the connection. Certainty is a luxury. If you want to know if the fly is dead, you have to kill it yourself. Thank you.
So many people do have dreams. They have a vision of what they want in the future. They might have a goal, but they just don't know how to get there. Or maybe they had a dream, but it's on the back burner now because they just dropped their hands and gave up on it. But you can have what you want. People give up on their dreams not realizing that the power of their own thoughts and feelings coupled with inspired actions of their hands are the two primary tools they need to achieve any goal. The poem I'm going to recite for you tonight is called Dreams Fulfilled. The dreams we dream can be fulfilled if, when we dream, we also build. And we can build the dreams we choose depending on the tools we use. If we would build to higher heights, we have to raise our hopes and sights. If hopes and sights are only small, we can't build lofty, high, and tall. Thoughts must be big for big success. Why be content with something less? Thoughts must be high if we build high, and faith has wings, so why not fly? To see your hopes and dreams come true, think big, think high, think great, think do. The years will see them all fulfilled by how you think and how you build.
MFA. I'm applying for it though. Wow. Yeah, my poems are weird. So, this one is called Botanical Memories of Nightmares and Glimmering Things. Wow. Okay. Shadows shake and glimmer. The light sparkles like golden roses. Petals fluorescent, teal green. Magnificently beaming, trembling. Remembering a time when the days were dark, a gloom-ridden hellscape, full of hate and filth. Dark fires tore through the memory. Beautiful little birds sing, tweeting with glee. No gloom or glum could dull that hum of boundless bodies in the sky. Remembering a time when you knew my name, that one you know so well. Ancient, withering bones in catacombs, slither, slip of a grime-ridden tongue. Time is illusionary to those bushels of flowers. Lavender, petunia, teal rose bunch. A sage in the woods, soaring. Shake, glimmer, trembling. Remembering a time when blood ran thick. The water of a shivering womb was no match for the coagulated iron rot, twisting placental vines on the willow tree. The branches sprung forth and grasped, arms limp, my throat rasped. Tongue fiery, ice hot, that vagrant memory finally caught. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna
I'm entertaining now.
Just let it go.
You can dance if you like.
You got
piece of flash fiction. It's not a poem this time. So I wrote this in about 45 minutes based on a picture prompt I was given for a little competition I did. It's kind of fun. It's dramatic. We'll just see how it goes. It's called Reach. I stretched my arm farther. His fingertips brushed at mine. I could almost wrap my hand around his, but I couldn't. Come on, I yelled. I can't. Yes, you fucking can. I reached further. His fingertips were in my palm now. I tried to close my hand around them, but they only slid away. Try harder. I can't. Real tears rolled down his cheeks. Fat ones. They caressed the corners of his mouth, moistened his cracked lips. I noticed the way the sunshine reflected off the shiny streaks down his cheek. You can, I screamed. You can. His fingertips didn't touch my hand anymore. He was losing strength, slipping away. You can. I reached my body forwards again, closer. Sharp corners of rock pressed into my belly. I could feel the pressure of the edge under my rib cage. I felt him again, the calloused grip of his fingers, so close, almost close enough. His palm met mine. It felt warm and wet. I could see the red smear dripping down his wrist. I pulled, but his body didn't give against my strength. I felt his arm flex, trying to hoist his own weight, but he was so weak now, so empty. My rasping breaths felt like pulling razors across my windpipe. I tasted the metallic tinge of tissue and blood in the grating of my throat. Exhaustion was screaming through my limbs, trying desperately to hold his dangling body above the drop. In his gaze, I saw the fear. I saw the space where he once wore his invincibility like a ward against the dangers of the world. I saw the threats he'd made against the unknown, his command that kept it lurking in the shadows all this time. I saw his head on the pillow next to mine last night, and the last time he smiled while he kissed my hand and fastened his harness tight around his legs, his midsection. Below me, I saw the forced perspective, all his bulk littler than it ever was before, long and stretching downwards like a vine that grew to reach me. His hand, my hand, and the sticky, viscous blood that glued my skin to his. You can, I said again, whispered. My arm shaking violently, supporting him. His other hand, fingers shoved into a crevice. You can, I said, as my eyes blurred with hot, angry tears. There was no slow slipping, only a simple tearing away, a lightness where his weight had once held me to the earth. His body like a feather drifting away, and my body rose, a wisp of gray smoke, a stretched latex balloon, falling away into the sky. Thank you.
Ha ha. So you cuss in front of your parents, huh? Oh yeah. What's his name? Over there. Abstract painter. Michael. So you do abstract painting? You can come in here and hang it and sell it if you like. Yes. Everything in here is for sale. If you look around, there's price tags on everything. Except the LeBron jerseys. Yeah. Yeah, that table's for sale too. There was a sticker on there, but I don't know what happened to it. What time? What? No, we just keep going. If you want to hang out, you can hang out. You gonna sing something? No? It's your, hey, it's your turn. It's your turn, finally. It's been months. You gotta have something together by now. No? Come on, babe, let's sing something for him. Come on, John, you said you would. I got 1487. Dennis Amos. All right, let me find one. Do some. What song do we have in here, babe? Yeah, we keep playing. Missy keep. It's just on one shot now. Missy keep hitting me. You hear me? Yeah. That's what we was looking for. The one I was fumbling with beginning. Oh, this is the one with my sax in a way. I'm looking for my chords. Oh, my mic is still on.
I might as well. Might as well. Okay. So I've heard it said, it all depends upon your point of view. Start over? Okay.
The feedback always does it here. See? It works.
Okay. This one's called point of view. And a lot of times the way life plays out, the way we view things makes a difference for us. We don't always have control over what happens to us, but we do have control over our response to it. So this one's called point of view. I've heard it said that all depends upon your point of view, the happiness you feel inside, and how things look to you. And the longer that I'm living, the more I've come to see that this is just as true a fact as anything can be. If you always look for sorrow, you will find it sevenfold. If you go in search of rainbows, you'll find a pot of gold. If you have no time for dreaming, then your world is dark and gray. But with a little bit of hope, your troubles slip away. Don't waste your time with sighing when the world is full of song. Don't live among the shadows. That is not where you belong. Lift your face and feel the sunlight. Smell the flowers in the wood. And be grateful that you're living. And know that life is good. Thank you.
loud, huh? Scared you, didn't I? Your eyes got big.